Hi, Chef Raphael here. This is how we chop carrots like a pro. Now in this video, it's two types of dicing. I'll show you the bigger one and the small one, which we call the brunoise. Now the first thing you want to do is to have a proper knife. We're talking about a chopping knife. Now a chopping knife is any knife that when you hold the handle like this, your fingers will not touch the chopping board. And that's because it has this part. It's called the heel of the knife. All of my chopping knives here have that. That's a chopping knife. Any knife whose blade is the same size as the handle, like this one. This is a steak knife, but it can show you what I mean. Any knife that when you hold it like this, your fingers will touch the chopping board, and the knife not being flat on the surface of the chopping board, that's not a good knife. So I'll show you how to do it with this one here. So I have my carrots here peeled. So the first thing you want to do is to chop off the edges. Now this one matters. You don't want to cut too deep into carrot, just the very top end, and on this part just the very one, to avoid the wastage. So like I said, I have two different carrots. I'll show you two different cuts. I'll start with a bigger cut. You have your long carrot like this. You want to have a sharp chopping knife. Now I'm going to cut this into two. There are two ways of doing this. You can either hold it like this, whereby I'm placing the knife, the tip of the knife on one end. So this one you have to be very careful when you're doing this. But this is a safer one, whereby what I'm doing is I'm placing the center of the carrot, right, like that. Hold the knife and then cut. Another way you can do it one half, still holding the carrot like this. Cut one half and then turn it, cut the other half. Now we are holding it because if you don't hold it, what will happen if you try and do it like this? The other way you can actually do it is hold the carrot on this one end to make it firm, and then take your knife and cut into two. I'll use this one, the tip of the knife. Now the technique is you start with there. What I've just done is gone to one end and then now if you have a very thick carrot, this might be a little bit dangerous, so this can easily work when you're having a smaller carrot. If you have a very thick carrot, again a sharp knife will help a lot because you'll use less force when cutting. Now let's go to the cutting into the dices. So same technique. Now this one is much safer, it's flat. Using the tip of your knife and then like that. What we have is two equal size pieces. Now when it comes to the chopping, now this is a technique, it's a rolling technique whereby, and that's why the knife, a chopping knife, is carved like this, because you actually move your knife like that. As I'm cutting, I'm moving my knife. I'm not doing this. You can still do this, but sometimes when you do that, it can actually make your knife a little bit dull, basically make it less sharp. So the best one is that one. I'll show you the last one. And then what I'm also doing as I'm chopping, my knuckles at the front, my nail is at the back. The knuckle is actually protecting me from cutting myself. So there. And then as I keep cutting, I am pushing the carrot towards the knife. The knife is not moving, it's the carrot that is moving to be cut. So nice equal sized pieces. Now for the smaller pieces, the brunoise, this is a little bit hard, takes more practice with this one. Again, with a sharp knife, we are going to slice the carrot. Same thing, I'm cutting while pushing the knife. Now this knife is not as sharp as I would want it, so let me use this one. This is more sharp, I'm sure. So I am first of all, I am estimating the size of the carrot that I want. So I'm starting with the tip and then pressing it on top, this side, pressure on this side, and then come down with a cutting motion, and then turn my carrot like that. So you have slices, equal sized slices. Now I want to make sticks. So let's use this first. So you can have them as this, as sticks, or chop them into smaller cubes called the brunoise. Again, the cutting motion is like this. And as I'm cutting, I'm moving at the same distance per stroke to be able to get equal sized cubes called brunoise. You can actually make them smaller than this, but by and large, that's how you chop carrots like a pro.